Now let us talk about the parallel operation of two generators. You can see there are two generators, generator 1 and generator 2. Okay. Now this is connected to a load which has impedance of Z and the terminal voltage is V. The current to the load is I and current coming out of generator E1 is I1 and generator current coming of generator E2 is I2 and you have impedance Z1 and Z2 across the generator E1 and E2 respectively. Now you know V because these are parallel, right? This V over here is parallel to this circuit and also parallel to this circuit. Okay. Now I can write V equal to E1 minus I1 Z1. So V equal to E1, which is generator voltage, minus I1 Z1, current through this impedance and impedance of this impedance, which is Z1. If you multiply both, then E minus I1 Z1 equal to V. Okay, that is the first equation. Similarly, you can write for the second generator V equal to E2 minus I2 Z2. Now equate these two. Once you equate these two, what is happening? E1 minus E2 equal to I1 minus Z1 minus I2 Z2 because you equate it and bring the E2 on the left hand side and bring this term on the right hand side. So you get this equation. Okay. Now you also know this I is nothing but summation of I1 and I2. Okay. So this is summation of both and also you know V equal to I1 Z1 which is terminal voltage. V equal to I1 which is current passing from this impedance. Sorry, not I1, I into Z. Now the equation 1, this can be written just to change this over here, bring this I1 Z1 here, then it will become positive. So E equal to I1 Z1 plus V. Okay. Now what you are doing is, in terms of V, you are writing, I into Z. So you are writing in terms of this V, over here you are writing I into Z. And you also know this I is nothing but this equation I1 plus I2. So you are substituting I1 plus I2 as well. Now what you do, multiply all the terms and then take I1 common. Once you take I1 common, then E1 equal to I1 Z plus Z1 plus I2 into Z, which is equation 3. And similarly, you can do all this equation in terms of E2. That will give you E2 equal to I2 into Z plus Z2 plus I1 Z. So this is equation 4. Note this down. Now, we have to find I1 and I2, but these are very clumsy. All the parameters are over here. So what we will do is, to find I1, you in terms of E1, Z1, Z and Z2, what can be done is, first find I2 from this equation 3, okay, and then substitute that equation 4 and substituting in equation 3. So find I2 from here, and then that I2 you substitute in this equation 3. So all the terms will be in I1, Z, Z1 and E1. Then you can solve it. So this is a bit tedious process which you can do on your own because it's simple addition, multiplication, subtraction and transferring the equations. Now when you do that, these are the final values which you get, which is I1 equal to E1 minus E2 multiplied by Z, E1 Z2, Z into Z1 plus Z2, Z1 into Z2. Okay. Similarly, you can find terms of I2. Same thing you can do and then find I2 as well. And you know I1 plus I2 is nothing but I. So you can add these two terms, all full equation, and you get I value. And then what is voltage? V equal to I into, this is terminal voltage, I into Z. So you know this I, you just multiply by Z, then you will get this equation. And after that, you also know from these curves, from this diagram, I1 equal to E minus V by Z, which is nothing but the first two equations which you have written, just in terms of I1 and in terms of I2. So you get two kind of I1, I2s in terms of EV, and you can in terms of E1, E2, Z1, Z2 and all those stuff. Okay, so these two equations we have. Now when there is no load over here at all, then and if the voltages are different in E1 and E2, then there will be circulating current flowing through that. That is under no load condition, what is the circulating current? So that circulating current is nothing but E1 minus E2 divided by Z1 plus Z2. Okay, and then this same thing can be done in terms of parallel generator theorem. Similarly, these you know I1 equal to E1 V by Z, I2 equal to E2 minus V by Z2. From this same circuit we can get. Okay. Now you know I equal to V by ZL. Okay. And then you also know I equal to I1 plus I2. Yeah. And then V by Z. So instead of I here, you are substituting V by Z here. So just forget L, V by Z. And then I1 equal to, you know, this value, you are substituting over here, I2 equal to this value. Now what you do is, you write in individual terms, V by Z, E1 by Z1, V by Z1, E2 by Z2, V by Z2, and bring all the negative values to the left hand side. Then you get this equation, V1 by Z plus V2 by Z1 plus V2 by Z2 equal to E1 by Z1 plus E2 by Z2. Now you take V on common and send all the values bottom, impedance value to the bottom. Then you get this equation. In numerator, E by Z1, E1 by Z1, E2 by Z2. In denominator, 1 by of all the impedance, total impedance, Z1 impedance and Z2 impedance. This is Z1, sorry, Z2 impedance. Okay. Now this complete term we can call it as Z0. Okay. And also E1 by Z1 is nothing but I1, E2 by Z2 is nothing but I2. Okay. So summation of I1 plus I2 is again I0 because no load current, or you can call ISC. Okay, because there is no that current is short circuit between two generator. Okay, so E1 by Z1 plus E2 by Z2 is ISC1, ISC2, which is nothing but sum is ISC. And as I said, Z1 by Z0 is all these values. Okay, then V by Z is nothing but current ISC, which is already we have found. And then V equal to terminal voltage nothing but ISC into Z0. So this is the parallelogram theorem derivation.